Hello everyone, today I'm going to be talking about the 1985 McDonald's Transformer Happy Meal toy collection. This collection was exclusive to St. Louis region. It was a regional release and it was never released outside of that area, never released around the United States or anywhere around the world. So it makes these kind of rare, and then the fact that these were only released in this was the only promotion released for the G1 line in 1985 makes these even more collectible for people such as myself and others. So I'm going to start going over, just scanning real quick, and then I'm going to start concentrating on the toys. So this collection I've been accumulating over the years. This was actually the very first piece of merchandise that I ever bought was these little figurines, but not until last year, 2024, I finally was able to, I came in contact with an ex-McDonald's employee from the St. Louis region, and they hooked me up with the fat deal, and they gave me a lot of these exclusive things, mainly the sealed figures here, the point of sales, these little things that fold into triangles, and most importantly, the thing, something I've never seen before, these little mats for the trays. If you guys remember these mats from back in the day, I don't know if they still make them for McDonald's, but I've never seen one before, and this is the only one I've ever seen, so I got it placed in a little plastic to protect it. So anyway, so the toys themselves consist of 4 molds. You got up here, you got gears on the top. Then you have right here, the second row, you have Brawn. Then you have Cliff Jumper. And last you have Bumblebee. And the cool thing about these are faithful reinterpretations of the actual Minibot toys. So they're actually pretty cool. These things stand about 2.5 inches on average. And they're non-posable, so maybe that's why they didn't go nationwide as far as a promotion went, because they're pretty just basic. They're made of 2 types of plastic put together, and they really don't do anything other than they're just a little figurine that they're just stands there. So I imagine maybe that could have been the reason why they decided not to go full nationwide merchandise. So I'm going to go over these toys real quick. So again, yeah, these are made to represent the actual Minibot figurines. So they're pretty cool. So for years, I guess I thought there was supposed to be only 6 colors each for each mold for a total of 24. But then last year I found out that actually there's a 7th super secret mold. I don't know if it was intentional or unintentional, but it's this mold, this one on the very end right here. And for years I had this one right here, specifically the Bumblebee one, and I actually thought that this was just a sun-faded Bumblebee. I actually had intended to sell it eventually, but a collector that I know, he pointed out to me that these are actually all 4 of the molds come with one of these guys like this. So I do have a near complete collection of the loose figures. So I have, so for a total would be 28, but I'm missing the Brawn one, which I've seen, with teal color, which I have seen online before. I've seen several times. So I'm currently in the hunt for that. So here, so one thing you will notice, like these kind of are paired up. I guess they're called mold mates. Both Gears and Brawn are mold mates. So you notice here the 2 figures, from across from each other, from each row, they actually have the same color. I guess that's what makes them mold mates. So that's a cool way to kind of tell which one you have, and more easily you're able to figure out which ones you're missing. So here we got the first here from left to right here. We got a green, yellow and green, and then you got the blue and green. You got the blue and red, green and red, yellow and red, and yellow and blue, and then lastly yellow and teal. And then here we got the mold mates for Cliff Jumper and Bumblebee. We got black and yellow, black and purple, blue and purple, green and black, red and black, blue and black, and then lastly is teal and black. So yeah, so these are pretty cool. So I really like the way they look. I've always loved this promotion, and again, being the only promotion for the G1 line makes me even more want these. And so here's some extras here on the floor, here on the ground here, laying back. Some extras I've accumulated too. And then too, in addition, I do have a nice big collection of 18 sealed figures here. So that means that I'm missing a total of 10 more figures to complete my sealed collection. And again, the majority of these sealed figures and the point of sales and that mat back there, the tray mat, was I was able to get it last year from actual original owner, a guy who used to work for McDonald's. So something about these sealed figures, this one's for example, this Cliff Jumper, they all came in this little baggie like this. And then they also came with an advertisement. It says a special offer inside, not available in any store. So this is similar to some of the packing advertisements, mail away advertisements. And this one specifically is for the Omnibots. It says here about it says bulletin, Transformers have landed on Earth, help the fleet by sending for overdrive today. But you could get any of the 3 of the Omnibots. And then another thing is, if you ever search around eBay, you might find ones with this little piece of plastic, it looks like a paper taped on to the baggie. So I realized, just last night, I was looking underneath, the actual word in it, it says made in the USA. And I imagine it's because on the actual figures themselves, there is no country of origin. So that's probably why it says it. So it's kind of neat to know that these actually were made from the US. I always used to think that they were made in China. But so this is what I have right here. So I got 5 for now. I got 5 Cliff Jumpers. I got 6 of the Bumblebees. I got 4 of the Brawn, and then 3 of the Gears. So So if we look on the back of the figures, they should say a copyright 1985 Hasbro. But on these, for some reason, on the way they made these, the Gears figure specifically, every time when they injected this, the top plastic, it would always block the trademark. So it wasn't such a good idea. They could have placed that trademark somewhere by the feet or something. But if you look at the other figures, it looks, they placed it at a good spot right here. So here, see it's right in the middle right here, the trademark. And then on the Cliff Jumper, you can see it right there by the feet on the bottom, on the back, kind of. Yeah, so and then for the Bumblebee, see the trademark right there by around the kneecap right there on the back. So yeah, and then, so these are, some of them are hollow, so these guys are, so yeah, so they're pretty much all the same, but other than, you know, the color differences. So they're pretty cool. So that's the toys right there. And so now I'm gonna go over to the boxes. So it was actually a joint promotion. Here, I have 2 boxes here, and you could see that one was Transformers. Half of the box consisted of Transformers. This was the main design here. Has a yellow and black Bumblebee, which they never actually made. And then they have the blue and red Gears, which they did make. And then they got a purple Cliff Jumper that they never made, but for some reason Braun is not showing in here. So that's the Happy Meal box. This is the Transformer side. And then on the other side is the My Little Pony. And I've seen them, they're little, I don't know, they're kind of clips. And there's 6 of them to collect. As far as I can tell, they're a lot cheaper. I've seen them pop up all the time on eBay. They're a lot cheaper than than the Transformers figurines. The Transformers figurines can go for between, I've seen them go from $35 all the way up to $120 each, depending on condition and sealed, baggy or not. So the box, here's the McDonald's, this is the girls' side. Have a pretty nice front design here, painted. And then they got the little castle there. And then on the bottom, it has a trademark. So you'll see right there, it shows the Transformers is its registered trademark of Hasbro Bradley. All rights reserved. And then on the other side, it shows this is 1985 McDonald's Corp. My Little Pony registered trademark of Hasbro Bradley. So it's a no coincidence that both of the brands are Hasbro. So that's the boxes, just a normal McDonald's vintage box. And then the other thing that these came with are these, this is something new that I just got last year. It's the point of sales. These little, they fold into little triangles. They have like fold little fold areas where you would fold it into a triangle. And I guess these things would go, they would place them aside of the cash registers to promote the latest Happy Meal toys that were out during that time. And so they're pretty neat. So this is the Transformer side, which has the same design as the box, and then has the My Little Pony side, same thing, has the design of the box on that side. So yeah, these, I got a few of these last year, and I sold off the rest. I kept 3 of them. And then so here's my second one, and then there's a third one down here. And then the last thing, of course, is this tray mat. This was I never even knew this thing existed. It was pretty awesome. It says the same thing at the bottom. It says 1985 McDonald's Corporation Hasbro trademark and all that good stuff. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. It is pretty neat. And what else? Yeah, and that's it. Oh, and then I'm gonna do a quick comparison. Let me break out the mini bots. So I'm gonna make some room here. I'm just gonna make a quick comparison for you guys. Then I'm gonna get some G1 mini bots. Sorry for the handling of the camera. And just to show you the size of these little guys. So I'm gonna pair them up with the figures, so you can see. And then gears, I gotta get one gears. So here's the G1 gears next to standing next to his McDonald's figurine. So you could see they're about the same height. Actually, no, the McDonald's figurine is slightly taller. And then here we got the Braun G1 figured next to his McDonald's figurine. And that's one thing I just barely noticed also last night, is the way they designed the mold for the McDonald's figurine. They had the little wings, the little door panels kind of standing straight up, like kind of parallel to the body. So I figured I'd set them up like that too. Then you got the cliff jumper here. See, cliff jumper is definitely shoulder high above his McDonald's toy. And then here we got Bumblebee next to his, same thing. So they're pretty cool. They're very, very neat to collect. I really love these. This is my favorite probably merchandise, because again, it's the only merchandise that was released through a restaurant fast food promotion during the original G1 line. So here is my collection. I thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, send it in the comment area. I'll talk to you guys later.